Step inside ancient Rome, where crowded streets, vibrant markets, and unexpected rituals shaped everyday life. Daily life in ancient Rome depended heavily on where you lived. Wealthier Romans occupied spacious domus homes, decorated with colorful frescoes, mosaics, and open courtyards filled with sunlight. But most Romans lived in tall, crowded insulae apartment blocks made of wood and brick, often noisy and sometimes dangerous. Inside these cramped rooms, families cooked over small clay stoves and shared limited space. Water had to be carried up from fountains, and privacy was a luxury. Yet despite the challenges, these apartments echoed with conversations, routines, and the warm chaos of Roman family life. Roman families were built around tradition and hierarchy. The paterfamilias, the eldest male, held legal authority over the household, but women played a vital role in managing finances, teaching children, and maintaining social ties. Children learned by watching adults, attending school if they were lucky, or learning trades from their parents. Many households also included enslaved people, who cooked, cleaned, and performed daily labor. Social life extended into the streets, baths, and markets, where gossip, laughter, and community shaped the rhythm of everyday interaction. In Rome, family was not just biological, it was an entire network of obligation and belonging. Roman meals reflected status and availability. The poor relied on bread, olives, porridge, and street food, while the wealthy dined on fish, fruits, pastries, and meals flavored with garum, the famous fermented fish sauce. Kitchens varied dramatically. In wealthy homes they featured built-in stoves, bronze utensils, and cooks preparing elaborate dishes. In apartments, families used small portable braziers. Meals were social events, with dinner, cena, serving as the highlight of the day. Reclining couches, musicians, and lively conversation made the act of eating a celebration of culture as much as nourishment. Ancient Rome depended on a vast range of professions. Bakers rose before dawn, blacksmiths shaped iron in fiery workshops, and merchants filled marketplaces with spices, fabrics, and pottery. Farmers worked tirelessly on the outskirts of the city, cultivating grains, grapes, and olives. Public workers cleaned streets, built aqueducts, and managed the colossal infrastructure that kept the empire functioning. Many trades were organized into guilds, passing skills from one generation to the next. Whether humble laborer or respected artisan, every worker contributed to the energetic, sometimes chaotic, heartbeat of Roman civilization. Romans loved entertainment, and nearly everyone participated. The Colosseum held massive crowds cheering for gladiatorial contests, reenacted battles, and athletic feats. The Circus Maximus thundered with chariot races, where teams and factions inspired passionate support. But leisure wasn't always loud. Many preferred theater performances, poetry readings, board games, or relaxing in public baths. These baths served as social centers, complete with hot pools, cold pools, exercise areas, and massage rooms. From thrilling spectacles to quiet pleasures, Roman entertainment revealed a society eager to celebrate life in every form. Roman streets were always alive. Merchants sold produce, fabrics, and spices while street vendors shouted prices and children wove through crowds. Public fountains served as meeting points, and shop fronts displayed pottery, jewelry, and everyday tools. Scribes wrote letters for those who couldn't read, while performers played music or demonstrated tricks for coins. Amid the noise, the smell of baked bread and cooked meat drifted through the air. Street life reflected the diversity of the empire, merchants from Africa, Gaul, Greece, and the Middle East all contributing to the buzzing cultural blend of Rome. Romantic life in Rome blended tradition with emotion. Marriages were often arranged, linking families for status and security, yet affection frequently grew with time. Weddings featured symbolic rituals such as joining hands, exchanging vows, and wearing flame-colored veils. Young lovers wrote poems, exchanged small gifts, or met discreetly in gardens and forums. Love could be celebrated, complicated, and deeply expressive, as shown in surviving literature filled with longing and passion. Although expectations were strict, the hearts of Romans carried the same hopes, uncertainties, and joys as people today. For Romans, religion wasn't separate from life, it shaped every moment. Families honored household gods at small shrines called lauraria, offering incense, food, or prayers for protection. Temples dedicated to Jupiter, Venus, Apollo, and many other deities filled the city, hosting festivals, processions, and ceremonies. Priests interpreted omens, while augurs studied the flight of birds to guide important decisions. Romans believed harmony with the gods ensured prosperity, health, and good fortune. These rituals connected individuals to the spiritual world and reinforced the collective identity of the empire. Rome was the center of a vast network of roads stretching thousands of miles. Merchants traveled with carts loaded with goods, soldiers marched in tight formations, and messengers carried news across the empire. Wealthier Romans journeyed in litters or carriages, while everyday travelers walked long distances between towns. Inns and roadside stations offered food, rest, and fresh horses. The system was so efficient that many Roman roads still serve as the foundation for modern routes today. Travel brought cultures together, allowing ideas, goods, and stories to spread far beyond the city's walls. Despite its power and grandeur, the Roman Empire was built on ordinary moments: families cooking, merchants bargaining, children playing, workers shaping the city, and neighbors sharing stories at dusk. Every sound, scent, and ritual formed a tapestry of daily life that still fascinates the world today. Their customs, architecture, and ideas continue to influence modern society, proving that the lives of ordinary Romans were anything but ordinary. Through their routines and aspirations, we glimpse the humanity that shaped one of history's greatest civilizations.